you join me trying to get this recap sorted before I run out of daylight. You'll have to excuse the traffic noise, everyone's heading back from work. Well, yeah, the best we've got, really. So this has been week 7 of my Telford 10k training, where I'm trying to go sub 42. So on Monday, all I had was a rehab run with Jazz. So those are locked in at 3k from her physio. So 3k. And once you can do that comfortably, we can look at moving on. She managed to run the whole thing. So that's 3k non-stop, which is the most she's ran consecutively in like 14 months. So really good going by Jazz. Things are looking up. Slight change of route to try and get away from the traffic. On the Tuesday, it had snowed overnight. So throughout the day, it was just snowing constantly. By the time I got out in the evening, it was mostly melted, so I managed 10k easy, just as I had planned to do. A bit slushy underfoot, but it was fine. On Wednesday, conditions had worsened. It wasn't necessarily snowy, but it was icy. And so track was cancelled. So I had to make some alternate plans. I went out and did my 3k rehab with Jazz. And then some mail had arrived. So I actually got a pair of Vaporfly 2s off Vinted. And so I took that opportunity to give them a go outside. There was no track, so I just went out onto the quite icy roads and had a good go. Gave them a 5k effort, trying out different race paces, and yeah, I can understand the hype. So I now have Vaporfly 2s in my arsenal. Thursday was another easy run. I was still holding out hope that I'd be able to race at the weekend, so I gave Thursday an easy effort, with the idea being rest on Friday. Hopefully I can make this a bit brighter in the edit. If not, I apologise that this is now just audio. Friday, I'd learned that Bert was going to hit very hard, and so any PB attempt for the Saturday was out of the window for 5k, and also Croom, my 10k race on the Sunday, was also cancelled. So obviously disappointing, but can't exactly complain when everyone else is dealing with horrible floods and whatnot. Friday's speed session was straight off the Ben Parks plan that I'm supposed to have been following. I may have gone pretty off plan in the last few weeks, so not entirely great, but trying to get back on it. So Ben Parks had me doing 1200s at 10k pace, goal pace, and then 400s at goal 5k pace. I was a bit concerned that I wouldn't be able to keep up with where Ben Parks expects people to be on the plan, obviously since I'd gone so off script. But I'm happy to report that it went well, and I had good fun with it. It wasn't too tough. The rests are quite generous, and so I think he's really focusing on it being a quality rep rather than just being so exhausted that you become really tired and have bad form. So I enjoyed that. Friday's session went well. For Saturday's park run, I went to Worcester Woods, so the local one. Bert was hitting at this point, so 40-mile-an-hour winds in parts, and so I did not fancy Pitchcroft, which is usually a very fast parkrun in Worcester, but the wind, it is very open, and the wind can play a major role in how you perform. So I gave Worcester Woods a good effort, 25 minutes-ish, and then hurried back home to take shelter. Sunday long run day, back on the Ben Parks plan. I attempted some tempo reps And I think I was supposed to go into 10k pace, but it was not going to happen because Mr. Storm Bert was kicking up 50-mile-an-hour winds and a load of rain. And so I went to the river route, and the headwind was pretty much the worst I've ever encountered. So I gave it the best effort I could, but it was comical. Can I tempt you to a little run? A little run? Just a little run? After that 10k session, I joined Andy and Rich for Andy's final long run before his Valencia Marathon. So it was an honour to join him and talk about what he's planning to do. Very excited for him. Valencia Marathon is on December 1st, so not long at all for him to full send 26.2 miles. Whew. Best of luck to Andy. Best of luck. All tallied up, including warm-ups, cool-downs, rehab runs with Jazz. That's 80k for week 7. I did promise you speed, but those races were cancelled. So hopefully you enjoyed the Walsall Arboretum 5k that I got a new PB on. This week, week 8, there's got to be speed. There's got to be bloody speed. So look forward to that in the next episode. 80k, 2 strength and conditioning workouts. Honestly, S&C has been great. I've not felt a thing, touch wood. So yeah, definitely continuing, of course. Otherwise, that's another week down, which means we're another week closer to trying to go sub 42 at Telford. In the meantime, happy running. Let me know how your training has been going. And bye-bye.